Another reason why two people of the same sign can be completely different, other than just what their birth chart looks like, because there is a developed side and an underdeveloped side to each zodiac sign. Part 2, let's go. The underdeveloped side of Libra is so indecisive and so afraid of confrontation or picking a side or picking something. They just end up in a bigger altercation and a bigger problem, or they ruin a lot in their lives because of this. The underdeveloped side of Libra has no backbone, cannot think for themselves. They literally live their lives off of everyone else around them because they hate confrontation that much. They don't like to stir the pot. They don't like to, ruffle any feathers. They self-sacrifice themselves. Also, the inability of choosing a side. It reminds me of the saying, a friend of everyone is a friend of no one. Being very indecisive, this is why a lot of Libras can get the reputation of being players. The developed side of Libra are the lawyers, they're the judges, they're the therapists, they're the mediators. They are so good at understanding and seeing both sides to a situation and bringing justice to light and mediating situations and solving problems. Also ruled by Venus, they are true romantics. Definitely lover boy, lover girl energy. You just have to choose who you want to give that to. You can't just give it to everyone. You can't just have your cake and eat it too all the time. The developed side of Libra definitely has more confidence, and with this confidence, they are so much better at making decisions and just ruling their life. Still in a non-confrontational way, but the confidence helps. The underdeveloped side of Scorpio is extremely vengeful, like literally revenge runs their life. Being very pessimistic too, seeing like the negative in every situation, being dark, almost emo, it's giving emo. Also being very angry people. Scorpio is ruled by Mars, so similar to the underdeveloped side of Aries, that's also ruled by Mars too. Their anger can definitely get to the best of them, and they can definitely make a lot of decisions that they end up regretting off of anger. The developed side of Scorpio knows how to alchemize pain and turn it into something beautiful and turn it into power. Scorpios truly do go through a lot in their lives. They're constantly going through death and rebirth, losing themselves and finding themselves again. They go through a lot of betrayal and backstabs. Realizing that karma will always run its course to people who do them wrong is definitely a developed side of Scorpio. Dropping hate in your heart is a developed side of Scorpio. Like taking all that passionate feeling, Scorpios feel very deeply. Almost, they feel so much that they feel like people literally do not understand how hard and how deep that they feel. Taking that and turning it into such power and inspiring other people around them too. This is the developed side of Scorpio. Literally the phoenix rising from the ashes, making something so ugly and painful into something so beautiful. The underdeveloped side of Sagittarius is very careless, is very irresponsible. It's the goofball, it's the party animal. It's definitely selfish, it's definitely stubborn. It creates its own rule of life and follows its own rules. Sagittariuses live through experience. So a developed side of Sagittarius takes all those experiences that they have lived through and turn it into very wise wisdom. The developed side of Sagittarius are like the priests, the gurus, the teachers, the professors, the nuns, the spiritual leaders. Like the underdeveloped side of Sagittarius is just straight up doing a whole bunch of stupid shit, doing whatever they want, living life like there's no tomorrow, which can be very irresponsible. Hurt a lot of people too by doing that because they're just always doing what they want to do. But they also will learn so much through their experiences and then turn it into being such powerful figures who people look up to. They only do that once they ground themselves, once they realize like, okay, enough is enough. I've learned a lot in my life. It's time to make something out of this. It's time to share my knowledge. It's time to share my wisdom and influence other people, inspire other people. The underdeveloped side of Capricorn is extremely critical on itself. It's like literally its own worst enemy, extremely low self-worth and low self-esteem, very pessimist, very negative. Also having money revolve its world as well. Their self-worth relying on money or their job or status. Also looking at other people's self-worth based on their job status or how much money they have as well. The underdeveloped side of Capricorn is so self-deprecating. Like it's also very emo, similar to Scorpio, very emo, very dark, can be power hungry too, and abuse positions of power. The developed side of Capricorn is literally the daddy of the zodiac. It is the divine masculine. It is a provider. It is a grounded caretaker. It's reliable. It's stable. It's secure. It's building legacies and sharing it with those around them. It's realizing that money does not equal high self-esteem, high self-worth. Realizing that good things come with time. This is a lesson for Capricorns. Capricorns need to master this lesson. Capricorns age like fine wine. Their life just gets better with time. But they also need to realize that you're ruled by the planet of karma, Saturn. Do good and you'll be rewarded even better. Do bad, you're gonna fuck around and find out very quickly. So just keep hustling, keep grinding. Also realizing that perfectionism is a killer for us. We turn into the biggest procrastinators because we want everything to be very, perfect. The developed side of Aries knows how to balance their bold and passion with patience, but the developed side of Capricorn knows how to balance their patience with being more bold and go-getter. Most Capricorns believe in themselves and they have a higher self-worth because they are just confident with themselves, not because they have a high status or a lot of money in their pocket. Wow, they can accomplish so much. The underdeveloped side of Aquarius is very stubborn in the mind, the way that if you don't think like them, they do not fuck with you. If you don't share the same views as them, you're wrong and they're right. Also being so fixated on wanting to be different that you actually isolate yourself. You take away opportunities or experiences for this reason because you're so rigid and stubborn in how you think. The developed side of Aquarius knows how to balance their open-minded and outside of the box thinking. Knows that in order to create change, you need to work together with all types of people, shake hands with all different types of people, not even of different walks of life, but with different views. Learning how to be cooperative with these types of people, that is how you create change. Realizing that just because you think outside of the box and you're different doesn't mean that you're still not judgy or judgmental. Be more open-minded. The underdeveloped side of Pisces is literally living in its own Delulu, La La Land, Fantasyland reality. Also drowning in their emotions that they become very lazy people. The developed side of Pisces knows how to use their very imaginative way of thinking and believing and seeing into manifesting everything that they want into their lives. The developed side of Pisces is being more grounded in their emotions, knowing how to balance their fantasies with what's actually happening in reality. The developed side of Cancer also knows boundaries. They realize that compassion will not heal everybody. Just because you are a nice person doesn't mean that that person will be nice to you back. Knowing when to call quits on things, knows that they cannot let their emotions run their whole life. Know how to let all the emotions that they feel influence other people in different levels of healing, especially spiritual healing as well. Are definitely natural born healers of the zodiac. So just learning how to be that type of person by grounding your own emotions first is a developed side of Pisces.